Fun fact, 8 out of 10 people will read the headline of your landing page and only 2 out of 10 will read the rest. So, creating an engaging landing page is crucial and you will find hundreds of long tutorials about this. But this video is no nonsense, straight to the point guide of understanding the layout of the landing page and how to create the same using Elementor. To create a landing page, I'll first go here and add a new page. On the top, click on Edit with Elementor. Now the next step is to create a hero section which involves a banner image, heading, subheading and our CTA button. This part is very important because the banner image and heading becomes the deciding factor whether the visitor will stay on the page or not. So an eye-catching image and a very clear heading is what we need to focus deeply on. It does not have to be fancy or too dramatic. Just make sure it catches the eye and creates curiosity in the visitor. So go here and add a flex box and select this container. Let's keep the width and height to 100 from the left. And to add a banner image, go here. Click the plus icon and select your image from this window. Let's adjust its position from here. Choose no repeat from this drop down and keep display size to center. To give a premium and fade effect, go to the background overlay and choose this color. In the advanced section, I'll add some padding from here for the overlay text. Now click this icon and drop a text container on the banner like this. I'll change the text to this, and to change the color position of the text, I'll use style and advanced option. Once done, it should look like this. Next, we will add a subheading like this using the previous steps, and it should look something like this. With this done, let's add a call to action button, which is basically a button that sells your product or service. You want to easily tell people what to do next, or they might just leave the website and be lost. So, right click here and add a container. From the left, drag and drop the button here. I'll rewrite the text to try free for 1 month to make it relevant and actionable. From the left, I'll change the font from typography like this, increase the weight to this, and increase its size using this slider. This green color looks bad, so let's change it from here and change the text color to this. To give some effect on our CTA button, I'll go to hover and choose grow from here. My CTA button feels disconnected, so I'll go to advanced and add some padding and margins to bring it closer to my subheading like this. Now, to add some credibility and create trust for our visitors, it's a good practice to add a section about clients we have worked with. This makes sure we are legit, and the carousel is the best way to showcase this. Before we move on, we need to make sure that our site is fast, because adding customizations like these can slow down even a new website and drive away visitors. So I'll go to elif.net, sign up from here, enter my website URL and click continue. Elif will now optimize your site, and it does everything that your site needs for a 90+ score, like caching, image optimization, lazy loading and everything else. That's why you don't need to use multiple plugins for performance anymore. Just Elif is enough. The visual regression will also help you detect if any changes happened on your site. And in the rare occurrence if you don't get a 90+ speed score, you can just ping the free support here and they'll take care of it. Now, let's move on to the next step. So, let's add a container by clicking here, and from the left, make this full width. Whenever you add a container in future, always make sure to change the width to full width. I'll make the background color yellow and then drag the image carousel widget on this container. Let's make this medium resolution. Change the number of images in the slider. Choose none in the navigation drop down. And lastly, add my client's logo by clicking this plus icon. Now let's align it from the style section like this. Try to keep the information small but impactful so that it's easier to read and understand. So let's add a container, change its color from here and put a heading like this. Let's edit it from here and align it to the center. I'll increase the margin to create some spacing like this. Now let's add an image and black cover overlay like we did for the banner. So go to style, choose the image from here, and from background overlay, add this layer. Let's go to the border and change the type to solid. increase the width, choose this color from here. Now let's go to the layout and change the height to VH and increase it like this. Now let's drag the heading here for pricing, and I will edit the text to this. Now let's keep it centered like this. Using the same steps, I'll add a heading and a description for my services, and it should look something like this. For the CTA button, I'll go up and copy my previous button, come back and paste it here. I'll quickly change the text to this. I want to showcase 3 services here, and it is advisable that you show the best services that your visitors are looking for, meaning something that has competitive pricing, cool features, and a description that is easy to understand. So let's go here and duplicate this 2 times like this. Now using style and advanced menu, I will quickly change the text on the other 2 cards, and it should look something like this. Even if the pricing is affordable in the customer's eyes, they may need something extra to trust us better, even at a subconscious level. For this, I'll copy this section, come down and paste it here. Rename the text to testimonial, and then we'll add black container like we did for the pricing section. Next, from the left, drag the testimonial widget and drop it here. Now from the left, you can simply edit the details, change image, and then duplicate it 2 times like we did for the pricing section. And when it's done, it should look something like this. We are almost there. Now for the next part, we will add a story about who we are. So again, I'll copy this header, come down and paste it here. Let's call it about us, and then create one more container, but this time with 2 sections like this. On the left, we will put our story with social media buttons, and on the right, I'll upload our company video. Let me change this to black. So I'll go to style and change the background color to black. Now I'll drag the text editor widget from here and drop it into this container, and below it we will drag our social media widget like this. I'll align, rewrite and add padding to this text editor from the style using the previous steps. Then let's drag the video widget on the right and link our video from the left. Then it's a good idea to add an email subscription form to store emails and remind them later about visiting our website again, or share with them different plans through email promotion. So let's create a container and choose this 2-part section. Again, I'll drag and drop heading and text editor like this. Then for our form, we will install a free plugin called WP Forms so that it's easier to store email and send out emails. Don't worry, it's super simple. Just go to plugins, add new plugins, and look for WP Forms. Here it is. Let's install and activate it, and then refresh the page. Next, click on create from down here, and on the left we have all kinds of fields. You can add any of them depending on what you want from your visitors, but I would advise to keep it minimal and don't ask for too much information. I only want emails, so let's drag it here and then go on top to save the form. Now come back to our landing page, and from the left, drag WP Forms widget onto our right container like this. Let's choose a form from here, and voila, it's done. If you want to stylize the text, font, and other parts of the form, then go to the style and advanced section and fiddle around with these settings. Next, if you want to avoid emails and calls inquiring about basic details about your services, then adding a FAQ section can reduce that. So again, let's copy the header and paste it here. I'll change the name to this. Then add a 2-section container like this. Make sure to make it full width from the left. Now I'll repeat the same steps. I'll add a heading, put a text editor, and then drag the toggle widget on the right like this. In case this FAQ section doesn't help, we will add a CTA button which will redirect them to the contact us page. So I'll go up, copy this, come down and paste it here. Let's change the name to contact us, and you can play around with these settings from the left. Next, let's add our FAQs. So click on it, and on the left you can put the questions here and answer in this box. Once done, it should look something like this. Awesome, we are done. Now let's see how everything looks. I'll go to my page and scroll through it. Yeah, everything looks fine to me. Comment below if you have any questions and I'll help you out. In this 3-minute video, I'll show you a free plugin to triple your site speed. You're really gonna thank me for this, so click here and I'll see you there.